Why is there a shadow? You're causing this. Hello and welcome to the craft kitchen. First time going live, so please bear with me. Still trying to finish my setup. And get the chat on my other display. Hopefully. Oh, great. The camera didn't turn. That's nice. So do I have an echo or don't I? Well, I guess we will have to live with this 9 to 16-ish. I hate it. I so hate it. But it is what it is. Because I don't want to set up, what's it called? StreamYard. So it would be nice to see the chat here. Hello, Gigi. I can see the chat. Yay! Still trying to figure out how to set up the camera. This is awful going live from my cell phone. But yeah, I have no other choice, to be honest. Because I have no room here at my desk or anywhere in the craft kitchen to set up my PC. Well, it has to be 9 to 16. I'm very, very sorry. Yeah, I hate it because it looks, let's say, cheapish. It just looks TikTok and I hate TikTok. So I guess it's worse for me than it is for you. So, free watching, okay. So, lurking in the shadows. Maybe when I... No, this works. Sort of. Yeah, that's better. Slightly better. Yeah, I really should have used StreamYard for this because I was testing this with the lovely Han from Crafting from the Broom Closet. Whew. And it worked, but yeah, using just going live just directly from YouTube doesn't work, it seems. Well, I'm live, obviously, but my camera is, yeah, in the very wrong setting. Wow! You just came home from work, JD, and just, yeah, came right into my live chat. That's so nice of you. So, let's see. I've been... Hi, Karen. Wow. Guten Tag, Karen. How cool is this? I'm so excited. Dearest, you really can't imagine. My heart is just going boom. I'm the tiniest bit out of breath, but I think I will manage. Hopefully. I'm trying my best not to faint. So, I've been starting a Wraithwood journal, so from, to be exact, 3 Wraithwood kits from Debby at Ink and Page the other day at Pam's Live. And of course I've been working the tiniest bit on it. Hey Casey! Nice to see you! yeah. See you soon, Gigi. So I, yeah, started making the accordion never-ending journal on Pam's Live the other day. I guess it was 3 or 4 days ago, so last week, since today is Monday. And yeah, I've been working the tiniest bit on this since then. Today I gathered some papers for making the signatures. So just some coffee dye papers, book page. I also printed some pages and I put them in here for now to see how thick this will be. So let me take out the signatures first so I can show you what I've been doing so far. Let's see, 6 signatures. So in my mind this is the, yeah, let's say first beginning, because when you turn it over you will have another start, of course. It's an endless journal. So I made an accordion sheet out of 3 papers and folded them in standard envelope size. And here I just added a flip out to the top. And this piece here is a leftover. I made a, what's it called, hidden paper clip from. And the leftover is from, no, not from this pocket, from this pocket. This was also a leftover of this first page, so the cover, and I just, yeah, folded it, embossed it, and made a paper clip, a hidden paper clip. So this will sit here on my first page. Then a pocket here, let me get, oh yeah. So pocket here, side loading pocket here. This pocket originally was, yeah, sort of like triangular shaped, and I didn't like it, and also Pam said it was just the wrong shape, so I used the same cutting die I used for this one to give the pocket, yeah, another shape. Embossed the paper, and since I didn't like the pocket going down up down here to the bottom, I added just another pocket on top, so I do have 2 pockets here. This is not a pocket. I've seen Stella this morning confusing herself. She made the same accordion concept, just gluing together the pages. And of course, when you do it like this, you will have overlaps, and yeah, the papers are obviously a bit shorter than A4 size and a half. So no, this is not a pocket. This is a design feature, right? As well as this here. Oh yeah, this one I made yesterday. Coffee date paper, book page, to cover the flap of the envelope here. This one. And then I realized, dang it, I forgot the closure again. But Debby from Ink and Page added these flags to her kits, to many of her kits. So yeah, actually she made 6 Wraithwood kits, and I've only been using 3 of them. And yeah, when you fold this closed, you're on the, yeah, second beginning, so the second start of the journal. Here I added a flip out with this beautiful moon page. I love it. And this is just the inner page of a harvested book. And I made this flip out longer, so I will have a pocket here to add a journaling card. And this actually is the other half of this page. I love it. So pocket here. Then, yeah, this is also a pocket. This pocket was really fun in Pam's life because some of you might remember I have been limiting myself to only basic sort of office supplies, more or less, for my last journal. And I didn't know how to make this off cut into a pocket, and then I sat here and it was like, yay! I'm allowed to use die cuts, I'm allowed to use stamps. So yes, I really enjoyed making this pocket. This is the last page of the second half, let's call it like this. And actually, I really love how this turned out, because I glued this cover, it's actually a copy of a book cover, here to this page, and I think this edge here looks really nice. And also this, I am not sure if I want to cover this with any sort of pocket, because I love the design, I love how this comes together. Yeah, let's see. For now I want to, wrong side, see, confusing myself. I want to work, it was the right side, here on this page, so to like finish this. And I was thinking to add this envelope, and then I realized the greenish turquoise, it doesn't fit, right? So absolutely not. So I'm going to use one of my pre-made journaling cards. Right, Casey, this it seems Debby from Ink and Page loves her Wraithwood storyline as well, because she has so many printable kits. She even has Wraithwood Village, I guess it is, 2 kits, so Christmas kits, and a Gothic Christmas kit that matches, or you can mix and match it with the other Wraithwood kits. Actually, yeah, you really can mix and match all her kits. That's just great. Hey, Halime, is Halime right? Do I pronounce this right? Welcome. So let's see. I think she's looking quite good here on this. But I also, where did I put it? There it is. I also liked this one pretty much, but yeah, there is my problem again. I don't like how this greenish blue is looking on this here, so I guess it will be her and the wolf. So pretty. I already backed this with some writing paper, so I made a journaling card with this. So I'm not sure how I'm going to attach this without covering too much of the writing paper. Maybe, no, not lace, but I could add a strip of fabric, I think. 1 second, please. I have to get it from over here. Here we go. So maybe adding a piece of fabric will do. I'm not sure. So if I add this piece of fabric, so a strip of this fabric, it won't be as sturdy and my flip out can move up and down. But I've been using this fabric as well to make book cloth for the not yet finished Back to Basics journal. Maybe this will be better then. So let me get my cutter and I'm going to free my book cloth from the glass mat. Wait, let's see. So the book cloth is obviously much more sturdy. To use it on here, and I will have this white on the back side showing through on this side, but I guess this problem I can solve with just painting it black. I do need more room here. Dang camera setting. So annoying. So yeah, let's see. Just estimating how much I will need for this. And I'm trying to distress this a bit. Since there's already glue on here, this won't be as easy, but I'll get there. Casey, I think I could use black paper. I don't want the hinge to be too sturdy. Let's see. I'm just starting to make the hinge, and then we'll see how this will turn out. First, I have to work out how to distress this. Sort of useless to make book cloth and then tear it apart anyway. But who would have known? I'm really surprised I can follow the chat here. Maybe it's because in this camera setting the chat is directly under, or on the left of my video frame, and since I have to look to my right on the normal camera setting, so the landscape setting, I have to look further right. Maybe that's why I miss so much of the chat most of the time. Yes, Casey. Where is my... There. I'm looking for my extra pro tool. Maybe sort of perforating will help here. No, it doesn't. Yeah. So, yeah, piece by piece. Yes. But I think I managed to make quite a good piece of book cloth. It won't come off that easy. Oh no. So, how's everybody doing? Here it is already, where's my clock? There. 4:30 in the afternoon. Actually, usually everybody would be at home and wrecking my nerves. But my son is meeting up with some friends and my husband is on the second shift. So, yay, I do have the flat for myself. Well, of course, the crazy cats are here, but yeah, I'm alone. This is so rare. Oh no, Casey, I thought this, what's it called? Heat and bond stuff, something like this. Is really expensive, and for book cloth, no, I've been just gluing on some architecture paper with methyl cellulose bookbinding glue mix, so I guess it was 50-50 about. Usually I would do this with wheat paste, but I forgot to make wheat paste. Of course I did. But I guess it worked out quite well anyway. Here the Heat and Bond, also other brands, is really, really expensive. And if you buy the cheap stuff, yeah, you can also just yeah, glue it on right away, because either it doesn't seal the fabric or it doesn't stick to the fabric, or both. So no, I'm not using Heat and Bond. If I could find my awl, there it is, I could work the tiniest bit more effective here. Yeah, well, making book cloth sort of the classical way takes a bit longer, of course, but it works, right? Ooh! It's about 10:30 where you are now, Casey? Meeting a little adulting, a little adulting. So just starting the washing machine and maybe the dishwasher, and then have a nice cup of coffee in the sitting in the recliner, Karen. Sounds like a little adulting. I guess I'm almost there. Ah, 9:40. Okay, so it's 7 hours. I really can't remember the time zone of every one of you, because there are quite too many time zones in the US. This is ridiculous. I mean, we have to work out our time zones here as well, but since Europe is, yeah, not as big, it's much more easy. Cup of cappuccino. Yeah, I already had a caramel latte, coffee latte, so no more milk for me today. Oh, no cappuccino. And I think cappuccino, coffee latte with what's it called? Yeah, almond milk, soy milk, whatever is weird. It doesn't taste right, I think. I guess I'm there. So let's have a look how this will look on the other side. Now I will, I just bought one. I was about to say I will need a black pen, but actually I just bought one. Now let's see how this will look, or if I really like Casey suggested. No Baileys in my coffee, no. Have to back this with black paper. Would you try, please? Casey, I hope you added heated milk to your fridge coffee. Otherwise, I might have to say, you are disgusting. Sorry. Well, you know what? Adding this to both? Oh no, I would cover her. This is too bad. I was just thinking, adding the strip here to the cover, since I'm I didn't even start to cover the cover, would be nice, but if I add the hint to the journaling card, I will cover too much of the picture. No, 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 not going to happen. I still have a bit of white in here left. And I really have a hard time getting this out. So, memo to my future self, using fitting or color-wise fitting paper. Next time I make book cloth, maybe. So Casey, you had just iced coffee this morning. No, wouldn't work for me. I mean, I would be wide awake, but because of disgust. Would you please? See? I can't get these white pieces out there. So, yeah, I'm going to ink them. Why not? So, inking my black fabric with black ink, and my fingers as well, obviously. Let's see. I'm getting there. It It might have been easier to just add a piece of paper and then the cloth, the black fabric on top, but then I would have had to worry about the glue seeping through. So I guess this was the better option, at least for me. See, if I add so much of my ink to my fingers, no wonder I always have to re-ink my ink pads. I'm using double the amount I actually need. So, now, oh yes, I like it. I really, really like it. So I'm going to be using art glitter glue for this because it dries fast and I won't have to worry or press it like with the bookbinding glue. Like this. There we go, glue seeping through where I accidentally ripped off the backing paper while trying to distress my cloth here. And this is why I prefer making my own book cloth, so back this with paper. But now it is what it is. I should add a bit more of the black paint before I glue it down. Nope, not going to do the Schwarzenegger myself. I can't do sort of a deep voice. Yeah, perfect. Now I have to get under here somehow. Maybe it will be just a brush and a bit of black acrylic paint later. The same, every time the same. I'm doing the third step before the first. So, again, trying to glue this on. Maybe I'm going to turn this over so I can actually see the gap, because for my hinge I will need a bit of a gap, so this will actually move properly. Let's see. Oh yes, I like it. I really, really like it. I guess when this, once this is dry, here the fabric hinge, I'm going to decorate it with maybe some golden stenciling or a golden stamping. If I can get my gold ink pad to work again, I've bought the Stazen gold ink pad. Yeah, I already knew I have to re-ink the ink pad every day if I want to use it every day. But nevertheless, it dried out quite quickly. So I don't know if I can get it to work again. I'm going to remove this here. Little extra punch. Hey Jenny! Ooh, I also can scroll my text here, my chat. This is all so new to me. And I'm so happy you guys are here with me and I don't have to do this alone. Funny thing is, this morning when I started printing the papers for my signatures, I felt like, you know what? Pam is not going to go live, probably, after Salah is off after her live. So yeah, I wanted to go live after Salah's live. And then there was thunder, and then I heard Bitty will be online, and I thought, maybe not today, because I really don't like it, just like popping into others' lives. And when I was having lunch, Sarsi asked if somebody's live, and Pam wrote, I guess it was Dee live at that time. Yeah, and also, I forgot her name. The lady who does like 12 to 24-hour lives. So funny. Pink Poodle, I guess? Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, and Sarsi was reading my mind because she just wrote in the chat, so in the messenger, Frieda, why not go live? And I was like, well, yeah, well, okay, if nobody else is going live. And I told her, then yeah, just have a nap, a 1 hour nap, because that's what I'll do after having lunch, and then I'm going live. So here I am, feeling not as bold anymore, but I will work this out. Oh, thank you, Casey. I actually I collect these kind of cups, so they look like a bigger version of teacups, of British teacups. I love them. So now we are again here at this page, and I'm really no, actually, it is so beautiful. I feel like I would ruin it if I do something here on this double page. Not now. And actually, I have no idea yet what to do with this cover, since I made a flip out on this side to the left. And yeah, it opens also to the left. Excuse me. I would like to have a flip out to the right here, although it opens to the left. But actually, I'm not sure anymore. Well, yeah, now I am, no, wrong. I am more sure than I was before, because when I add something to this here as a flip out, and I do have this without a closure yet, I just can make sort of a, not a belly band, sort of a wrap around here. You can take, slide off on both sides. I really like the idea, but I don't know if I want to use a photograph, so kind of like a family portrait out of the set on top of this, or again sort of a journaling card. So I'm going to leave it as is for the moment. But what I actually can do now, before embellishing with the ton of fuzzy cuts I will still have to do, is I can add the signatures already. Yeah, I guess this is what I'm going to do. So I sorted, I stacked them all the same. The pages will stay, but I will have to mix up the pages. Oh, this one is quite interesting. While Thunder was live this morning, I took apart this book I got from a friend, and the first page I wanted to take out says Old Christmas Story or Christmas Tale. And I was like, no, you're not going to use this in here. And this is, here it says Christmas Mood. The story of the Neugersdorfer church violence. So I was thinking, since I can send letter mail to the US, I guess I will put them into an envelope and send them to, guess who? To our Christmas lady. I guess I will send them to Pam. So, oh yeah, for the printed papers, some of them I printed double-sided. This is actually a scan of a 1960-ish ledger paper I got from my friend and neighbor, sort of neighbor. She lives 30 kilometers from here. And yeah, I double-sided. I printed this on both sides. And then I also do have these papers. They are from a freebie from Debby at Ink and Page. I do have quite a lot of her freebies, so like I told you earlier, you can just use any of her prints and they will for sure match the kit you're working with. This is just fabulous. And for those, I didn't print on the back side, anything on the back side. I inked them with Distress Ink Antique Linen, as well as Memento, what's your color? Toffee Crunch. So with two different distress inks. I should do the inking here before I put them in, I guess. But this would be quite boring. So what I'm going to do, to not bore you too much, is I will ink, if I can find my double and my ink, here we go. I will ink around the fold here and here, as well as the middle fold, because this will show. I'm going to attach these with staples is the word. Where is my double? Wrong one, my goodness. So I'm only going to ink around the smaller parts I can't reach anymore after I've put them into, put the signatures into the journals. And others I will do later. And now I realize I like actually the Memento ink here on my papers for this journal better than Vintage Photo. But it also could just be the paper I'm using, because this is photo paper. It is? No. Oh, I'm lying. I finally got my printer to work for me, as I would like him to work for me. This is actually just pure, cheap, thin copier paper, because I don't want it to have too thick pages for my signatures. So I gave it a try, but I found the setting. I found the right setting, finally. The Memento will work much better for me, but for this I will have to find a double. I don't know if I have one here. Hello. Okay, a new one it is. Let's see. So, and since I still didn't figure out how to properly work my stapler, oh, this I will have to reinforce. I don't know if you can see this, but this is quite thin. So I'm going to ink it and then just use boo-boo tape. And I'm going to use homemade boo-boo tape. Nah, I'm going to be using the printed boo-boo tape from Margaret at 7 Plaza, only because the adhesive film is much more thick than just clear tape, and since I'm going to punch holes in here, I don't know if the clear film would tear, and then again the page, of course. So let me think, where did I put my pre-cut Margaret boo-boo tape? See, this is the problem if you're not using your... What am I? I was rotating. Spinning! If you're not using your stash for quite a while, you forget where you put things. Sometimes you also forget that you have those things. But actually, now that I'm allowing myself again to use what I have, so use my stash I gathered in the, let's say, last 6-ish years, I really can appreciate what I have even more. I mean, when I first started, I didn't have any stamps. Well, I did have a office number stamp. I inherited from my mother, from her office. I did have a black ink pad. I couldn't use any die cuts because back then I didn't have them. I didn't even have a color printer. I did have, or still do have, a what's it called? Laser jet, right? A black laser jet printer. But yeah, using a black printer or black and white printer for junk journaling, most of the time you just can draw what you need yourself, right? Well, copying, for example, a book page, or maybe printing out just, I don't know, a drawn page you can color with, let's say, color pencils later, will work, but most of the time you really want to have things like this. I mean, in this case, I copied, I scanned these ledger papers because they are really old and I really don't like to use my old ephemera because I don't have that many. Yeah, so having a color printer, I would say I'm really fortunate. guess I want to. Do I want to? I will have to figure out in which order I do want to have my papers in this signature. Maybe like this. And you going in there as well. This is quite boring, so I'm going to be using this here. And you around here. So my signature pages are all different sizes. The only thing I want them to be, the only important thing to me was they don't stick out here at the edge when I close the journal. I already can see I can't use this page in here because this part of my journal will be quite thick, so it will be sticking out the tiniest bit. And I also didn't want them to stick out at the top or bottom. At the bottom I don't do anyway, because most of the time my journals are standing on the shelf like this, so you look at this side and the bottom is standing down, so you will ruin your pages after a while. But I will have to repair this page. Let's see. I have an idea where I put my pre-cut boo-boo tape. If I can't find it, I will have to use... Oh, I found it. The homemade boo-boo tape, but I can use the printed. So let's see. That's quite nice, and I will need another piece. Not wide enough. Yeah, I know, this is quite a lot, but I don't mind fuzzy cutting. In fact, I love fuzzy cutting. So, yeah, I pre-cut a lot of these strips. Maybe I should have sorted them by color, so it's easier for me to find what I need. But now it is what it is. This is a bit more reddish, but I'm going to be using it anyway. Oh, no. This is too much. Welcome back, Gigi. I'm about to repair, well, yeah, sort of repair a book page I harvested this morning because, yeah, the fold is quite fragile. This book is from, or the page where this book came from is from 1939, so the paper is allowed to be a bit fragile, right? So before I start here, I want to show you this. So this is the homemade boo-boo tape, just clear tape, painted with alcohol inks. And if I hold this to my camera like this, you can see this is not even 0.5 millimeter in thickness, so quite thin. And when I cut in here only the tiniest bit like this, I can easily just tear this off, this edge. And this is why I don't want to use this homemade tape, this thin tape, to repair the book page, because I will have to add some holes to get my staples in there. And now I will have to sort of peel off the backing of this. That's the only downside of this clear paper, yeah, acrylic, what's it called? Hey Cheryl, welcome. Here we go. I should have left this out to show you, but maybe you can guess by the behaving of this. I mean, this is much more sturdy and thicker than just sellotape. So yeah, for sure I'm going to be using this to repair my page. Or to reinforce. I mean, this page is still holding together somehow. Sort of. It's about to tear, but it's still sort of intact. But who knows for how long, right? So, and I'm not going to put my boo-boo tape top to bottom here on this page. Here, as you can see, it's already torn. Here it is about to tear because it's quite thin, but I think this just adds to the grunge, and I love grunge. Anyway, I will have to use my bone folder to burnish this, because, like I told you, this clear tape or clear sheet, I really forgot the term, is quite thick. Yes. I guess this will work. But I'm not going to use this paper in here. Or you know what, I'm just going to add this to another spine. I have 6 of them, right? So not to worry. Yeah, we'll add this here. There's enough room for this page. Perfect. So, I will need some paper clips, not the heavy ones. Oh dear. So going to clip everything together so it will stay in place, sort of, hopefully. I don't know if this will work. And I also don't know where I put my larger paper clips. Well, it works, sort of. Yeah. And maybe one down here. I guess this will do. Yes. Cheryl, this is what I do all morning. So sort of doing the Lana yo-yo. And my coffee is already cold. Bull. Really? Oh, Casey, I don't know how you do this. But so, I actually do have this long stapler, but no matter what I do, I am just too stupid to get this part here, this where the staples come out, exactly on the line. So, not going to use this. I do have I thought I would have some silver staples here. Okay, I do have these copper colored staples here. I'm using, or I wanted to use with the long arm stapler, but yeah, I'm really too stupid to use this properly. I know, hey Annemarit, I know these copper colored staples are really hard to get, but what you can do is when you have silver, so the standard staples, just use an alcohol marker and paint them. The color won't come off when you staple with them, so you paint them like they are in this bracket and then put them in your stapler and just use them like you would use a stapler, right? Yeah, but I'm not going to be using my stapler, so I will have to pick. I want to use two. Yeah. Two staples here. Come on. There you go. Oh, it's 3. Well, I will need some more anyway. But for now I only need them single. So what I'm going to do now is just make the holes here for my staples, so where they have to sit later. Not going to be using my awl for this because the awl is getting wider after a few millimeters and I don't want the holes to be too wide. I'm going to be using a thicker needle for this and then just, yeah, sort of estimate where I do want my staples to sit, like so. Mark the holes. And again down here. Oh. There. And there. So now I'm just poking through here, so I do have the holes in all my pages. And then I'm going to be using my signature and align the fold to the spine, kind of like estimating the height, and just line up my fold of the signature with the fold here at the cover, so at the journal, and mark my holes. What you don't want to do here with this method is to poke in an angle like you would do when you sew in your signatures. guess I will be able to find, yeah, my holes using the tip of my awl or my needle, just sliding it down the fold, so. And now, starting with the cover, I put my staple through the cover like this, and again down here the other one, come on, trying to turn this over without losing my staples. This is actually the trickiest part. Did it! Yes. And the only thing left now is to find the holes in the signatures and put my staples through. Excuse me, messy dreadlocks incoming. Or maybe not. I don't know if my hat will be in the way. I can't see as much. Ah. Really, it would be much more easy if I would be able to actually use a staple like you would use a staple, but no. Doesn't happen for me. Where is my needle? There you are. This freebie? Cheryl, you mean the freebie Pam is working with at the moment? Fresh coffee, good for you. Oh, come on. And Casey showered. The boyfriend of my ex-roommate always said when one of us came out of the shower, "You smell fabulous, the butterflies are flying after you." Some things you never forget. Oh my goodness, it's not as easy to fit this in here. I would have loved to have the fold here on the inside, so the folded legs of the staples, but I guess I will have to have them on the outside. Well, since I'm going to maybe decorate the spines anyway, the tiniest bit, this might work. Let's see if I can fit this from the other side around. One day I will learn to use a stapler properly. So this way around it works much better if you can find the holes. Here we are. Come on. Yes. I might lose the staple down here. Bye. Okay. So going to press down the legs. And if you are clever, well, more clever than I am, it's really easier to do this just by stapling. But no, I can't. And again, trying to find the holes here. I'm sure. Yeah, actually, Casey, it, it wasn't any different for us because, yeah, Michael, we know. Just sit there and have your coffee. Shut up. I mean, it's really, really sweet to hear this once or twice, but at some point, yeah, you just feel like he hates me. It starts to sound like finally you took this shower because, yeah, you stank. Whew, I did it. I actually did it. So, first signature in. Haha. Yeah, whew. Let's see. Yeah. Well, it doesn't look as nice as I wanted it to look, but yeah. I guess I can just sort of make this look the tiniest bit better. I don't know how yet, but I will find a way. And yeah, this is why I had my signature sitting in there after I finished stacking every paper, the papers together. Once you fit in the papers, of course, your folds will get wider, and yeah, with these accordion style journals or never-ending journals or whatever you might call them, there's not that much of a problem with the gator mouth effect, but at some point you might want to stop adding papers to your signatures anyway. Because yeah, it wouldn't be that pretty anymore. But I really like it. I think I've chosen quite some pretty papers for this. Yes. Well, the boo tape here is sort of a bit of a problem, but hopefully this will settle in time when the book sits on the shelf closed for a while. I'm going to add before I go crazy here, I'm going to add a signature. Every time I come to this page, I'm thinking, do I want to add something? Do I want to leave it like it is? So I'm just going to add a signature. First I will have to sort out where I want my pages to be. No. It's boring having the same sorting for every signature. Oh, I forgot to ink. Oh no. Ah, see, right, this I wanted to show you. Yeah, I inked the middle part of my papers because even after I added the signatures to the spine, now I can reach still these sides here and ink them later. I can't get myself to not ink my pages. Doesn't look right to me. Even if I would try and make a non-grunge journal, wouldn't work out. I always end up with grunge. I don't know why. So I had a spool. Here it is. A clear pocket. I am thinking something like coffee dyed baking paper, maybe, or actually brown baking paper. If I would want to add clear, Casey, I think I would need a frame because I don't have this, what's it called, Barley Arts glue. This is quite expensive here. I only have art glitter glue, and this, yeah, it doesn't dry. And yeah, sometimes it dries, but then you will see the glue underneath the acetate. No. And if I would add a clear pocket, yeah, but if I would add a clear pocket, it feels like it would need a frame. Can I? Let's see. I am trying to imagine a pocket like with this shape, then acetate, and the acetate embossed as well. Here on this page. But yeah, I would need maybe a dark blue or a black frame. Or maybe I just could cut out or print out another of this paper and make a frame with this. Hey, Salah. Yeah, embossed. I did this sometimes. It's hard. You get 1 out of 4. But I like it. I really like it. So we're thinking what to add to this page here. And Casey's idea was to add a clear pocket. Because I don't want to cover the print. I love it. I really, really love it. Also, the look of this glue flap here from my cover, from my book cover, I think it comes together quite well. Yeah, now my head is stuck with the clear pocket idea, and I will have to figure out how to do it. So, Casey, this will be my homework for today, yes? For now, the idea of printing another of these pages and then another page with this design, cut out a frame for the acetate for a pocket, is at the moment my best guess. Yeah, Sana, but when I add a flap here, I will cover this, and I really like it. And adding something here, not sure. I already had to work out what to add here. The glue still isn't dry. So this is not finished yet, but I added a piece of book cloth for a hinge. So I wouldn't cover too much of the picture. I'm really, really not sure. Maybe I'm actually going to remove the picture, so the card, make another one and turn it over. But then I would have the picture on the picture, and redundant, right? I don't know. I really don't know. I always, most often, ask myself how people really just work out their journal before even beginning with it and just putting everything together, and they're finished within, I don't know, 6 hours. Without having to think what to add where. It's a mystery to me. Yeah, Sana, when I saw this earlier in your video, the belly band, I was thinking to add a belly band with this pattern, this more rusty pattern here. And then, where do I have them? Add a movable part using this circle here. So I will have a movable circle on top, or maybe another color, maybe one of the blues, I don't know. But pocket. Actually, I like pockets better than belly bands. Yeah, see, Casey, half a week, so 3 days, right? That's what I think. But sometimes you watch people make journals, just grabbing some paper, and you really get the feeling they do have a technical drawing or something like this right next to them, where they just can read what to add next. I mean, of course, if I would use, in this case, Debby's freebie, Debby from Ink and Page, and just, put it together like she intended it to be, it wouldn't take me as long. But first I have to think, what do I want to make? Then what do I want to use? And the next part is, what do I want to add? And because I don't print everything out at once. I just print out what I need. Everything else seems to be a waste to me. I have to think about, what do I have? What do I want? So, no planning, not really planning ahead, I'd say. 24 hours, what? Okay. So maybe just cover, sewing in, and you're done. Maybe something like this, sort of. guess we have everything here. Everything inked, yes. So let's add this here, like so. You go here. Come on. Maybe let's do it like this. Yeah, organized. I guess that's the word I was looking for. And forgot I was looking for. Organized. Well, I am organized, but sometimes it feels like I really refuse to be organized when crafting. Because this part of myself is more liberating my urge to have everything sorted out. So maybe no. I'm not going to change this. There's a system in the crazy, and it would stay like this. So, next try. In 1 hour. A journal making a journal in 1 hour. No. No. No, fella, it's actually the opposite. I don't feel like I have to add more and more, but I am really thinking about what can I add to make to give it more interest without adding too much. Oof. But in the end, yeah, overthinking it is, for sure. But that's something I can't change. Because what if is not a game for me, but my daily thinking. So I'm better off with with overthinking. Again, poking holes for my staples. Oi, 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 oi. And moving my mat. Oh, almost knocking over my cold coffee. I know I had a needle. Yes, somewhere here. And see, Karen, this overthinking thing might actually be why I am not as good trying to learn to paint or even draw. Okay, drawing, oh no. My final boss is drawing, I'd say. Yeah, but a coffee dyeing session on my desk is very unfortunate. Printed papers, electrical devices. I don't know if I would like this. Oh, oh no. Oh no. point and paint. This sounds fun. Didn't line up the folds very well. I guess it will just turn out, yeah, well. So adding the signature and hopefully find a solution for what to do with this page. This felt, yeah, like I managed to poke exactly in the fold. I'm very proud of myself. And I will need another staple. There you are. Oh, there's the other bracket. There we go. Spends its time here. Sarah, we have seen your craft space. Whoa. First of all, you have a lot, like really a lot. And second, your room is way too small. I remember. You've been taking a shower. I do have a long arm stapler, but I'm too stupid to use it. Because I can't manage to hit exactly the line where the staple comes out. Excuse me. When I first bought this thing, I was like, ooh, yes, now I can do it. And I can't. Yeah, well, maybe if I would cut my my signature pages all to the very same size and then use the sort of, here it is, sliding guide, maybe it could work out. No, I'm really, no, I'm not made to use a stapler. So I just pretend I don't have a stapler and do it like this. Sorry if my head is in the way. Come on. And down here as well. There you go. Come on. Stop messing with me. I was about to say something I shouldn't say on an afternoon on YouTube. So, no. There you go. Sarah, I didn't want to say it's too much stuff because, yeah, some people might be offended by by people telling them they do have much too much stuff. But if you think yourself you have too much, maybe you want to overthink this. I mean, really, my son and my husband are telling me I do have too much stuff in here. That's not true. Yeah, my storage actually is a bit unlucky. So my storage systems, both of them, it's the Calyx Unix on one side and the EVA shelf on the other side. And both of them are only like 30 centimeters in depth. Also, it's not the biggest, the big EVA units, but yeah, one of the 180 centimeters, then one, yeah, 140 centimeters, I guess, and another one, but it's but a narrow one. So I don't have that much storage in here, and everything just looks overstuffed. Yes, did it. Signature 2. Yes. And now let's see how it looks when I open the page. Drum roll. Here we go. Boring. Actually boring. And here, I like it. I still like it. I love this print. But, yeah. So, adding a clear pocket to this part, so a side-loading pocket, maybe using black cardstock for a frame here, and then adding a clear acetate sheet might work. And on this side, I'm still not sure. I love it. So yeah, let's add a frame and acetate here. See, that's my other problem, Casey. I do have a lot of plants in here. I need them. I just need them. And I water them like every 2 or 3 days, and they grow. But why the heck, if I use that much water in here, there must be enough humidity for my wooden shelves to grow, right? I don't understand it. What am I doing wrong? Oh dear. Oh. Oy. Iced coffee without sugar. Right? Really smart. Messy fibers. You mean, you mean, sorry, this was German and English. Like this? Where Pam said I need to shave my cover? Casey? So something like this to this edge here. Let's see if I do have some of this or enough of this left. This is the reddish, but I can use black ink on this. This is also reddish. No? Oh, oh, hello. There it is. So these, and how to make this into a pocket. You know what? I need more coffee. Be right back. I'm back. And I guess I will need another coffee machine here in the craft kitchen. Abby will hate me when I suggest this. So let's see. I'm just starting here with one layer, and I also have some black laces, maybe the layered cluster, so sort of fabric cluster or lace or whatever cluster is a good idea, Casey. Let's see. This and maybe this with the bats. No. This is a lot of kitsch with these bats. No, 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 no. You don't understand TARDIS, Salah, please. You really have to look up Doctor Who, or at least to know what a TARDIS is. This is a bit heavy, is it? But then again, I'm going to add these black cardstock backed journaling cards. I do have a lot. Wait a second, where is my little jar? Really, I shouldn't have tidied up here after the last session or the last journal. I can't find anything. Well then, let's just make a new one. Maybe. See? Everyone needs a TARDIS. So, let's see. It must look like I'm playing with air here to you. So, adding this. Oh, that's nice. I guess I'm going to back this with a piece of, with a strip of paper. So I just can sew this on. Come on. You're telling me you don't have a matching piece of paper here left? Oh, woman. Really? Ridiculous. Book spine. Book spine. See, I really don't have that much in store, so I know I only have one book spine that's too short. But let's try it. Casey, you're a gold mine. And it's green, but we do have ink, right? This was, by the way, the one I was looking for, a misprint of the spine. I forgot to downgrade the size. Also could use this on here. But if I use this book spine, this really fragile old book spine, it adds to the texture, right? Let's use this, and what's happening? Oh, I need to have a drink. Oh, Salah, by the way, did you add your Success for today to your success list. Oh, Karen, you're so sweet. Thank you. Yep, it is covered with book cloth. Opened here, down here, but I'm going to leave it like it is. I can't open up this side. Well, I could and just sew it on, right? Like this, because it tore up here. But I want to add a bit of ink, I guess. Well, since Pam isn't here, I guess I can use the Portobello ink. Where is my... Oh no, Salah. I asked if you already added a success to your success list for today. The one I suggested before in Messenger. You actually made me have oven-baked pumpkin for lunch. It's simply your fault. Perfect. Yeah. I guess coloring green with green won't change a lot, right? Well, the other inks I have are maybe a bit too dark. But why not mix them? So when I use brushed corduroy oxide as my first layer, I didn't read it yet. Okay. Snacking on mushroom. I will have to find a finger rubber for this, I guess. Yes. Oh yes. Oh yes, I love it. Oh. I do have a lot of tools for sanding. You mean just sanding the book spine? I don't dare to, because the book cloth is already really fragile. Yes, it would look quite nice to sand off the book cloth from the sort of cardstock underneath, but I guess I would just tear it. So going to yes. Oh yes, I love the color. Let's see. Oh yes, adding a bit of What do we have here? Maybe faded jeans and walnut stain. This could work out. Hi Claudia! So Vintage Vibes is my dear neighbor Claudia actually, I spoke of earlier, the one I got these, oh I do have all dirty fingers. Claudia is the one I got, where do I have it? Here. These beautiful ledger papers from. I scanned and printed for the journal. She was too kind to gift me some of the papers. No, still not going to use them. I'm going to treasure them like forever, I guess. So Claudia, how are you doing? I thought you were already on your way to your cousin, it was? Right, Sarah? Having a neighbor like that is just perfect. And Claudia, as well as I, were both really, really happy we found each other. Because, yeah, like you just mentioned, having a neighbor like this is really rare and a treasure. Oh yes. Playing with what you have is so much fun. And now I will need some walnut stain on top. Maybe even a bit, what's it called? Timber? Scotch timber, right? Let's see. Oh yes. Claudia, it would be strange if Casey would be my hubby. Really strange. Well, we would be roommates. The best, at the best. No, Claudia, Mom is at work trying to earn enough money so I can go to Leichlingen in a few weeks again to the craft store. What, where, why, here? I lost my page. What? Thank you, Salah. I've been a stepmother for about 2 years. It was horrible. Not because of the kid, but because of the real mother. Oh, thank you. The kid and I were like best friends, and she didn't like it. How did you know that her name is Claudia, Casey? Let's see. Oh yes, this is coming together quite nicely. Casey, you are really, really a gold mine of ideas. I love it. This is just great. Just the tiniest bit hanging over here, and then, oh my gosh, even the back side is just beautiful. Yes, 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 yes. Adding the tiniest bit of color here as well. Yes. Yeah, we do. Definitely. So here in the craft kitchen happened a lot when you were MIA, if I might say so. And I think you've had a lot of adventures yourself. Oh, yes, 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 yes. See, Sana, you know you've been having fun, or you're having fun if your fingers look like this. No worries. So, adding this to the spine piece as well. I would like this, yeah, table piece to tear better, but yeah, doesn't want to. Yeah. Um, ah, Claudia, I am not going to the retreat, by the way. Although Alison will be there, I would love to, but Habib was with me when Seve was uh, talking about it on Friday. And when she mentioned one day, so 2 or 3 workshops cost $120 euro, he looked at me, so he made an eye, and I knew, okay, I will not be allowed to. Hey, Hen, welcome. Yep, Hen, going live was my plan for today anyway, but yeah, I wanted to go live as a surprise after Salah, but then Tande was online, and then everybody said, whoa, we're going over to Bitty. And I thought, oh, well, let's wait a bit. And then Sarsi thought she made a joke, asking me, oh, Frieda, would you go live? And I was like, yes, if you want to take a nap, do it now. I will be live in 1 hour. I didn't get an answer yet. I guess. I don't know. I didn't check my or the messengers in the the messages in the group. Oops. Okay, see, this is just beautiful. I love it. So I will have to stick it down the tiniest bit with glue, I guess, first, only to hold it in place a bit. and then I'm going to take it to my sewing machine. Love it. Yeah, and that's exactly what Stella said earlier. Going live is really fun because you're getting so many ideas just because people are watching what you're doing. And most of the time I'm getting a lot of ideas myself by watching your lives. It's just fun, really, really fun. Well, I mean, the chats are more fun most of the time, and I'm getting distracted all the time. But hey, it's worth it, right? Maybe a bit less. Yeah, I feel like I have to sew it on, Casey, because if I only glued it on, it wouldn't hold as well, right? So I'm going to shorten this thread the tiniest bit because I think it's a bit much. Oh, stay. Yes. So going to take this to my sewing machine and also going to sort of figure out how I will attach this piece here. Be right back. Yeah. Come on. So, sewed it on with a brown thread. Just great. Come on. I guess I want to open up the loops here the tiniest bit. Like so. And maybe here. Oh, yes. Awesome. Thank you, Casey. I love it. And where? I'm thinking, well, this is a bit too narrow, I guess. Right, Casey? So this way it looks great. This way, not so much. So either I'm going to fold it over or cut it in half. Let's see. Double layered or only one. I guess only one layer it will be. Love it. Oh, there comes my package. Be right back. My book order. My book. No, my son ordered books. Hello? Well, actually, Max only ordered one book. What you don't learn at school from a very famous, what's it called? Famous guy. And 5 minutes of Jura. I love it. But this will be for Christmas. Eternity is the word. So now I hit the book as best as I could at the moment. Hopefully I will find it when I need it later. So I have to cut this a bit shorter. Well, I should have sewn this on earlier, but yeah, well, I'm gonna be doing this right now. Oh my goodness. Some of you might remember my glue accident the other day. So I spread glue all over the craft kitchen. And I just told Pam that I also glued down my handle, so the movable part of the handle of my die cutting machine. I just found out I also glued down the lid of my sewing machine. Good thing is that the art glitter glue doesn't stick too well to plastic. Oh dear. Oh yes. This is awesome. But I feel like it needs some white or light splatters, right? So let's add some splatters. Zippy! Did you sashay in and I didn't realize? She didn't. I'm offended. I love your glamorous entrees, Zippy. Splatters, splatters. So I do have watered down white acrylic paint here, and I'm going to mix it with a bit of ink. So I have, or do I want to use gold? Or both? Well, both, I guess. Yes, yes, yes. Shoki. Hi. To Sana's dog. At what coffee pot? It is 11:30 for you, Zippy? So are you talking about your coffee pot? So you're telling me you're not awake yet? Hello. What? Really? Hans' message was held. What the actual... Yeah, Hen. I guess my chat doesn't like adulting, so it held your message. Good chat. What? It is. What's happening here? I need more. There it is. See you later, Han. Maybe tomorrow morning. Oh no, my alarm just went on off by. My alarm is telling me I have to start making supper. Not today. Yes, I do have a have an alarm for this. Leave me alone. This is ridiculous. I'm going to get my re-inker. Of course, this is too much. Gah. On the other hand, where here? Nah, needs a bit more white. Hello, Shoki. Oh, baby, not with the acrylic paints, please. Just, please, wait a second, would you? No, it doesn't. I'm going to add splatters, but I don't want them to be plain white and not only pure gold, so I'm going to add, yeah, some sort of coffee or tea dyed color splatters, as well as some gold splatters, but I can't get the right color. When using the ink pad it was too light all the time, and now that I used the re-inker it's too dark, of course. So I will have to make quite a bit of the mixture and then maybe just put the leftovers to a jar. And at the same time I have to watch out for Shoki. Maybe not stepping on my paint right now. I'm not sure about copper, Casey. Because, yeah, I'm going to add this off-white first. I guess we can take a look when this is dry. What did you hear, baby? It was downstairs. Everything's fine. I love it. So before I'm going to heat dry this, I'm going to try and put this into a little container here, so I don't waste. Every drop of Distress ink re-inker is expensive. See if sorry, I'm going to take this over to the sink so you don't get to hear the noise, the screeching noise. So, of course, the wrong lid. Well, there you are. So, I'm going to heat dry this and then let's see. Well, you may be right, Casey, because the off-white splatters already look a bit like gold. If, yeah, they're not shimmery, but goldish. So like white gold. You still heard the squeaking? Sorry, Casey. I was only about 1.5 meters away from the desk. Sorry. Yes, I love it. This is just fabulous. But yes, it needs a bit of shimmer. Let's grab the shimmer watercolors. You know what, Sola? Let's just say it with the one word my phone likes to say most. You know, it's a Xiaomi, and when you start the phone after you shut it down, it says me on the display. So me. I was thinking about this darkish purple. I don't have any blue. Why don't I have any blue? Let's see. No, the purple is no. A no-go. I do have the brown shimmer, the copper, and the old gold. Yeah. I'm not sure if I want to use the brown or the brown copper or the red copper yet. But I guess the brown copper is turning too dark. No, not green. This is what's it called? I like to say sailor's blue, but that's not the word. You know what I mean. So it would look, yeah, strange. But then again, the copper would stand out most against this. You know what? I'm going to start with the brown, because what might happen is that you can't really tell there is some brown shimmer and everything is stuck down in the case. What? I'm going to start with the brown and then let's see. Yeah, so by the way, you are right. I've been using the really heavy tool, so the heat gun we've been using to remove the paint from outdoors when we renovated the flat for quite a while now, but I'm not sure if I want to have this noise anymore, and I'm thinking to get maybe the heat gun from Craftelier. But then again, I was talking about this with Claudia when we last met. Craftelier, so the Spanish company, they do have some nice stuff there, but ordering is a bit complicated with them, because they have everything listed in their shop and then you get an email, oh, It's not available at the moment. So why do you list it in your shop? Marine blue. Thank you. Marina blue. Thank you. Oh, I do have a lot of shimmer on my mat now. Ooh, hopla. Now, that's too bad. You can see the shimmer, but you, yeah, can't really see the brown. So with the walnut distress oxide in the background, I guess it actually will be this old gold, probably. Let's try it. And maybe put something underneath. I mean, with the brush I'm using for this, I don't get the splatters all over my desk, but yeah, close to the piece I'm working with for sure. Oh yes, oh yes, good decision. Yes, yes, yes. Shoki is a good kid right now. I do have some misprints here to my left on the other desk, so on my sewing table, and she's just sitting on the papers watching my every move. Come on. Yes. So I'm not going to use the heat tool again because I almost ruined my lace. Of course, it's plastic. Oh, and this will be a nice collage for the piece after. Turned out great. So I'm going to let this dry on its own. Let's see if this is already enough. Oh yes. Look, Casey, look! Your idea. I love it. I really, really love it. Yeah, and I just realized this morning, calling Weenie, I tried yesterday, but calling Weenie Adria is sort of like someone calling me Tina. It's so weird. Yes. And it feels, now it actually feels like I want to add a bit of stenciling in the background with grit paste, maybe. I guess I will be thinking about this evening. I guess my son is about to come home. Yeah, but I think it will be the tiniest bit of stenciling, maybe even here, using grit paste and coloring the grit paste, of course, after. Didn't do this for like forever, but let's just glue this down Oh, carefully. Oh, it's still damp. But I guess I manage. Well, I will have to remember not to close the page until it's dry. And maybe place it somewhere on top of some shelf. So Shoki can't sit on it. Well, she could, but she first would have to climb the shelf. So, leaving a bit of an overhang here, because the back of this looks just awesome to the previous page. Love it. So after I did this, now I will have to do at least one other of those, because I don't really like having sort of, yeah, no repetition at all throughout a journal. I like to have sort of a theme. No, not a theme. I don't even know how to call it. So that you, yeah, get an object, a whatever, twice, very similar. Like this stamping, for example. I'm not going to be using this stamp again on another pocket or page, but I do have a stamp from this set that matches this one, so I will have two. I love it. It turned out just fabulous. Yes. So dearies, it's already 7, so I really would like to call it a day, because I'm already awake for 14 hours now. And I have to get up tomorrow at 5:30 again. I'm so impressed with this. Casey, this idea was, oh my gosh. If I'd say I love you, it would be just right, but people might misunderstand this. So I just say I love your inspiration. Yeah, well, all we did do was to add the signatures here and this flip out, but then again, this piece here, this mixed media piece, took me like forever, but it absolutely was worth taking my time with this. I mean, just look, it's awesome. I have to take this to here, there. I love it. Yeah, and I will have to make something like this on another page as well. Great. Thank you, Casey. Really getting an idea like this. Wow. I'm absolutely in awe. I mean, I made it myself, so I just learned I'm not allowed to say I'm in awe with something I made myself, but I am. Dearies, I am so happy you've been here today. So for my first real, all by myself live, I guess next live will be in the right camera orientation, so landscape, because yeah, really going to be using StreamYard from now on. This doesn't work for me. First of all, the camera angle is really weird because I'm working here, right? And for some reason, I can't get my camera low enough so you can see what I'm doing here clearly. It won't focus anymore, but because I do have like maybe 50 centimeters from the desk to the camera at the moment, and this is ridiculous. So yeah, gonna be using StreamYard, and this means, Salah, drum roll, I will do just like Pam and send you an invite every time. So you can just join and have fun. Oh, thank you, Halime. It was just nice to have you here. Bye, Halime. So, dearies, I guess I will see you tomorrow morning. Again, thanks a lot for supporting me. This means the world to me. And actually, it wasn't that hard. I just forgot that there are other people but Salah, Casey, and Claudia and Karen. Maybe. Yeah, Han was also here for a short time. See? So, have a wonderful evening, everyone. See you tomorrow morning. Or, yeah, afternoon. Maybe night. Goodbye for now.